So my name is Rohit Tanna. I'm a parent of my son Joy, who studies in grade 10 in Rishi Gurukulam. I'm an IT professional working for a multinational company for a few decades. And yeah, I'm a passionate learner and love to share what I learn. That's a little bit about me.
From your experience in a fast-changing professional environment, how do you personally think about preparing children for the years ahead?
I think it's very important for them to build the right attitude and the right skills. These are the two wings with which children can fly. Anybody can fly, actually. So, what is it that I want to pursue in terms of my career? Us disha mein, you need to build the skills in that particular direction. And the second is building the right attitude. This is what will give you the altitude. That's my view.
As your child reached the grade 10 stage, what new questions or concerns came up for you as a parent? And what kind of support or clarity were you hoping for during this transition to grade 11 and 12?
I think it's a very important junction. Completion of grade 10 is a very important junction. Uh, we know that the times have changed a lot since our days. When we were studying, it was art, science, commerce, pick one stream, and then you go further from there, aage jaake dekhte hain kya hota hai. But the times have quite changed in the present times. AI has become the reality of the day. So it's very important for children to pick the right career, which they would like to pursue for the rest of their lives. So ensuring that my son picks that is a very high priority item for me.
Amazing. What motivated you to attend the 6 sessions of the Career and College Guidance Program by Aashi Forest Skool team? And how did these sessions help you and your child look at careers, subject choices, and future pathways differently, especially in a world where roles and skills keep evolving?
I think what motivated me is a very easy question. I had a few initial interactions with Pawan and Deepali, and I built confidence in them, built trust in their ability as educationists. That is the key thing that drove me towards enrolling my child for that particular thing. And during the 6 sessions, I think it was a journey that Joy and all his peers went through to figure out what is it that was there within them, what are the opportunities which exist in the outside world, and doing a fine mapping between the two, and doing certain case studies which would kind of, help them live a day in a life of a particular career or profession that they were choosing. So navigating through this whole journey is something which was quite thrilling an experience.
What stood out to you about the way Dipali and Pawan approached these conversations?
It was very engaging. It was not imposing at all. They were kind of leaving certain open-ended questions, open-ended exercises, and allowing the children to figure out what happens next. Working with one another, figuring out, doing some activities in the computer. So I think it was a very, very cohesive, inclusive, and approach which helped children discover. So when they discover something on their own, they start owning the particular bit that's coming out of it. So I thought that was the most striking thing in the whole exercise, as far as the approach is concerned.
Amazing. Now this is about shifts in perspective. Even though the grade 11 and 12 program has not yet begun, did you notice any shifts in how your child started thinking about interests, strengths, or possibilities, and your own confidence or calm as a parent navigating these decisions? Did these sessions lead to deeper or more meaningful conversations at home?
I think it's once again boils down to the individuals, Pawan and Dipali, because the teachers, the mentors are the backbone of the whole system. I'm a big believer of, especially at this age, having the right mentors who would handhold you. Somebody who's seen it and somebody who's done it, they're holding you to the next stage or the next stage or the next stage where you want to go. So that is what gives me more confidence that both of these educationists would be able to handhold my child to navigate the ups and downs, to navigate the challenges that typical teenagers faces in this particular times, and take him to where he needs to go.
Lovely. Now it's about the G11 and G12 program design. After attending the detailed presentation of the grade 11 and 12 program, how clear do you feel about its overall philosophy and structure, and which aspects felt most relevant to you considering realities of today's and tomorrow's work environment?
What struck me the most that it is not only about academics. I think education need not be only about academics, which is what the de facto principles of this program are as well. It's so much more. You know, whether you talk about mentoring models, whether you talk about internships, whether you talk about learning on the go, all of these principles are going to be very important to give them a holistic experience to navigate through the path of 11th and 12th. That is very striking. It need not revolve around academics. And there is so much more that we give in Gurukulam, but I think some of these experiences are going to go above and beyond that.
Based on your long association with Rishi Gurukulam, how well do you feel this program aligns with the school's values and learning culture? What gave you confidence in the collaboration between Rishi Gurukulam and Aashi Forest Skool?
It's an interesting question. I feel that at a foundation level, a lot of thought processes of what I saw in Aashi are quite aligned with Gurukulam. We, even at Gurukulam, and similarly what I saw at Aashi, we do not force people to do things. There is a lot of freedom, there is a lot of responsibility, there is a lot of ways and means by which we allow things to come from within. The choices that you make, you know, give the information to children that these are the pros and cons of this particular choice that you're making, and then you are responsible for the consequences of that. These are some of the inherent principles that we follow in Rishi Gurukulam, taught by Guruji, and I could see in bits and pieces of conversations that I had with Pawan and Dipali that their ethos are quite similar to that, which gave me a lot more confidence in them.
Comfort in committing ahead of time. Now, even before the program formally starts, what makes you feel comfortable committing your child to the grade 11 and 12 journey? What reassures you that your child will be supported not just academically, but also in terms of direction, decision making, and personal growth?
Again, I have said this, you know, the individuals in person, the educationists, you need to have people. I'm a big believer. I've spoken this quite freely to multiple people. You need to have mentors who are wise. You need to have mentors who's going to have time for you, and you need to have mentors who do not have any vested interest when it comes to your growth. I see that these individuals have all of these three qualities, and they are wise enough, they have seen enough of world, they have groomed enough of children. That is what gives me the confidence that if they've done it for so many more, my child would definitely be one more.
When you compare this with conventional junior colleges or coaching-centric options, what feels different in intent or approach? And what do you feel this model may be more suitable? Why do you feel this model may be more suitable for today's teenagers growing up in a rapidly changing technology-driven world?
See, a lot of education that happens in today's society is pure business. It is pure commercial. I know that Aashi Forest School are not doing this for charity. Gurukul, for example, is not a commercial model. But the similarities that we see between Aashi and Gurukul are very, very striking. When you are doing something just for money, and when you're doing something because there's a higher cause, or you have a passion for education like what these two individuals have, it makes a world of difference in everything that goes beneath. So I feel that because they want to do this, because they have a passion for education, that would drive a lot of change compared to what I see in the commercial run-of-the-mill institutes of whose objective is mainly to make money.
As a parent, what are you most hopeful your child will gain from these 2 years beyond marks or admissions? What would you like to say to parents who are uncertain about choosing a non-traditional but carefully designed path for grades 11 and 12?
I think I have most of my life taken a path less traveled, and it has paid me. Just going after the herd doesn't really make sense. You know, you need to figure out if something is different, so what? Is it meeting my needs? Is it meeting the needs of my child? If these thorough evaluations are done, that's good enough. After these evaluations are done, it may not be good for your child, and then you decide that it is not, that's fine. But just because it is a path less traveled, it means I would not take that path itself. I think that's not wise.
In one word or short phrase, how would you describe how you feel about this upcoming program?
Exciting. If I were to share my vision for the 11th and 12th program, I would like to say that you've got a large batch of children, at least 30 to 40 children who have enrolled for grade 11, and they are having a blast of it. They are able to discover whatever are their passions. They are groomed in a holistic environment, which is the core of Rishi Gurukulam values and the wonderful modern education techniques of Aashi Forest School, which is what they are bringing in grade 11 and 12. So I would love to see all of these children benefit from this beautiful amalgamation of these two great institutes, great philosophies, thought processes, and coming out nice and bright.